You so much for joining us on Wala channel. Yes, by now a lot of you will know that I respect, admire this guy, Obi Kubana. I see him as someone that is very straightforward, you know, straight to the point, and he does a lot for the community. And I was even wondering, I was telling my guy, why didn't he talk about what happened in Anambra State? Then my darling said, if they go talk, they fit go delete them as well. So I really and truly admire his work ethics and how he manages business and family. So he's into this wine production, and on the because I follow him since. And how did I start following him? It was the funeral for his mom, and how people rally around him and made it a befitting burial for her. So I was looking and on Instagram, and I saw this Nigerian pastor from SPAC Nation. SPAC as in SPAC Nation Church. And God, and that man has had a lot of controversy issues with the police, watchdog, people, members from the church saying he's a fraudster. He's a Nigerian guy. And the documentary that was on video online, I know, even though it was a documentary I watched on Channel 4 in England on a TV channel here, was that he lives in an hotel. Yes, he lives. It was Reggie Yates that interviewed him. Reggie Yates interviewed him. And a lot of people that go to the church, my daughter's schoolmates, few of them, secondary schoolmates, go to the church, and they wear expensive, young. Most of his church members are in their early 20s and very early 20s and mid 20s. Then few, that he makes them do all sorts of things with their, for example, their uni loan and things like that. So I just saw him with Obi Kubana. First of all, a pastor that is endorsing wine. Wow. I'm like, you want to turn wine into water, be waiting, or what is he trying to do? So the church that is the pastor is called SPAC Nation, and his name SPAC Nation. So, and I put a comment on the page on Instagram because I did follow, and even because of that I started following him. I know Obi would have lawyers that will advise him, all that. I know that he won't play with that kind of, because I think he's setting up a new spa or restaurant and building something in England, So my main, look at here, shaking hands. That's him, the one with the bald head. And everything he wears is designer. Fair enough, you're allowed to wear the best of the best, but I go just leave him here anyway. I know I say Obi Kubana is not a stupid man. He's a very wise man. Like, one thing I admired about him again is that when people were talking and saying things online, and I went through his bio, when he and his wife had nothing and they were living in a one room sharing it with his friends. So, and I pray that God will continue to bless him. He'll have the spirit of, you have a spirit of discerning, to be able to know what is right and wrong, and the guidance of God, and the spirit of God will endow in him and bless him, and he will not fail. I'll try and put a picture of him, but it's the one with the bald head and the glasses. I'll try and do that, but for now I could just leave him here. But Obi Kubana, sorry, yes, the man
in young people's economy. And what we want to do next is a TV show that actually brings money to young people. I've seen over the last 15 years
SPAC Nation, learning how they get young.
Giving of a person, a basic person in a month should give £1,000. I think that's normal. I think it's no big deal. It's not even that deep. Prayer time. Come pray with us. Let us pray. It's been a beautiful week and it gets better. In the sun. And I'm the pastor of SPAC Nation, London. From my home tonight, I'm going to be speaking on Instagram Live and other platforms with our dear Chief Dele Momodu. I'm going to be speaking about the things you might have heard or not heard about SPAC Nation, young people's progress, and other things that may be controversial. I'm really looking forward. Please. Giving of a person, a basic person in a month should give £1,000. I think that's normal. I think it's no big deal. It's not even that deep. Prayer time. Let us pray. It's been a beautiful week and it gets better. In the sun. My name is Toby Adeboyega and I'm the pastor of SPAC Nation, London. From my home tonight, I'm going to be speaking on Instagram and other platforms with our dear Chief Dele Momodu. I'm going to be speaking about the things you might have heard or not heard about SPAC Nation, young people's progress, and other things that may be controversial. I'm really looking forward. Please.
Maybe London, maybe Nigeria, maybe London, maybe others.